Hello there and welcome to another mod news update for Empire at War Expanded, including content that's coming to Thrawn's Revenge, Fall of the Republic, Revan's Revenge, and Imperial Reign. See how I no longer have to say any other projects we might be working on. Today we're going to be looking at new environment art, specifically new low orbit model and texture updates that are coming in the 0.1 version, so Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic 1.1. This is something Dr. Nick has been working on to bring some of our space visuals back up to par. In the previous releases 3.0 and 1.0, we did some updates for the Coruscant and the kind of blue Ecumenopolis planet textures, as well as the volcanic planet textures, and these updates for the rest of the planet types are kind of bringing everything back more in line with that. The old versions were kind of flat and some of the edges didn't blend very well, but one of the bigger problems was that we had been trying to avoid doing tiling textures, so we tried to do just one texture covering the whole planet, but when that can only be 4K and you'll be seeing smaller chunks of that in any given frame, it doesn't line up, or it doesn't expand the resolution super well. It gets kind of grainy and you end up with certain situations where like the desert planet ended up looking more like a sun. So now they've all been kind of redone. They are tiling. The textures themselves will probably get some more updates. This was more about updating the rig and the models. Some textures have already been redone, but some, like the more temperate ones, are going to get a bit more attention later. So this, as you can see here in the background, with like the Arctic planet that we're showing here, the volcanic planets, the desert one, mountainous, ocean planets, they should all look a lot better than they did in previous versions. They should blend a lot better with the sky domes. This is kind of a multi-step process though. Like I said, we've done the model and rig updates here, and there will be some more texture changes coming, but the other thing to go along with this will be other space environment setting changes. So that's things like all the lighting and the shadow strength and the bloom. We're going to be going through all of the space maps and redoing all of those. For the last few versions, they've all been kind of blown out because that was what the old planet types ended up needing to look okay blending in with the sky domes, but now we've handled that a lot better through the models themselves, and we'll be able to edit the space environment sets accordingly and have it be more about lighting the ships properly rather than having to worry about the backgrounds quite as much. We're also going to move on to looking at some of the sky domes in the mod. A lot of them are from as old as the initial releases of Thrawn's Revenge or even the base game, so that'll be another thing that we go through and rework with some of these other space environment changes. So right now we've got all these model and rig updates for the planets. There'll be texture updates, skydome updates coming in the future. Hope you've enjoyed this look at some of the stuff coming up in our 0.1 update cycle. There'll be a bit more news coming soon, including a video later this week talking about Fall of the Republic 1.1's release date. So stay tuned for that. That should be on Friday, and then there will be a bit more coming over time. People do seem to enjoy these kind of shorter videos going over specific topics, so I'm going to try to do a lot more of them like we did with the artillery changes last week, I think. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.